Okay, so I was thinking about how life is very much like not a game, but it's almost like set like a bunch of like rules for a game. Do you know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you kind of have to know that we didn't really know, and then as you like play the game more, you start developing the walkthrough.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's like a user manual and like a walkthrough, but nobody really tells you this unless you have like somebody that's like been here for generations and they like generated wealth or like understood how the system works kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because like you and I are both like first generation kids. So it's like we kind of just entered the zone and we're like, okay, how does this thing kind of operate and what do I do within it? Do you
Hmm.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, that's really gonna be the topic, but that's for later because I want to talk about how crazy the weather has been, bro. Like, why has it been zero? Is this normal?
I
Like,
don't
is
know
it
if it's
just me
normal.
where I'm like, this is not normal, right?
I don't know if it's normal.
Okay, because I thought it was really weird, bro. I
Well,
was like,
I mean, weather.
yeah, okay,
I think this is the difference. Right? Weather fluctuates in general. You gotta look at the averages, right? That's what climate is about.
yeah, we're talking about climate change, bro. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
So,
Yeah,
like, I mean, yeah, weather can sometimes, certain ways the wind gusts. That's where we're cold, or like the next day it's super hot. So, uh, like, what that's what weather can do. That's what weather is. But if you want to see a full change of like what's happening on average as a climate change thing, then you're looking at uh, like the whole season on the average or the whole
okay,
year, right? Whatever's happening.
but but it is a little weird this past little bit, right? Like, why are we into May? What is it? May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, May
Third.
3rd today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's zero outside. I was like, what's going on, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like a frost warning. And then I was outside. We were walking Athena yesterday. And then there was all this like snowfall. And I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, snowfall.
Sure.
So, like, should we be worried? You know what I mean? Like, we always heard about it. And now we're seeing it. We're like, you know, those movies where they're like, they see the signs and they're like, oh, I guess whatever. But, like, should we be worried? Do you think so? Or you're just like, nah.
No, I think the climate consensus between the scientists is something we should be worried about. Yeah,
Oh, so you think we should be worried
of
about climate
course.
change?
Yeah.
Wow, really? Okay. Do you think we're at the brink of this disaster?
No, I don't think it's like the next day it becomes a disaster. It's going to happen gradually.
Okay. But I heard this thing where it's like climate change. No, sorry. Global warming is not the fear. It's global colding. So when we talk about climate change, it's like it getting colder is kind of what happened during I think it was like the dark ages and then people were getting sick because there was like not enough nutrition like we go through periods of this over time, right? But now we're such like a huge globalized society that like we have logistical supply chains that we need to meet, so it's like if we run out of food because it's too cold to create the food, what's that going to do to our economic system? And like, are we going to build greenhouses? Like, because as it gets colder, it's like, how do we like farm corn, bro?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's my fear. It's like it's not about like, oh, it's just gonna get cold and we're like, oh no. It's more like the subsequent effects of like crops.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's not just saying that it's only climate and thinking about the weather is only that's going to affect you. It's not true. It's our whole. I would say our system. Like it's happened in certain things. Like if you look at if like if there was a flood somewhere, like where we get some of these some type of crop from, then the price of that crop goes up,
Right. Exactly.
right?
Yeah, and or like even now I saw it on CNN. And I really wish I had the news still. Like I'm really tempted to just buy like cable for our apartment because like it's so fascinating to watch it during the day, like when I'm working at my parents' house, and then I just have it in the back. Like I sent you that photo of like the drones that they're using for school shootings now. It's like, dude, that's crazy, bro. But like, anyways, so like,
But they don't have what's it called? Like an internet version for Rogers. Like I
Wait,
know they
no?
did for Bell. That's why I could just log into my parents' thing and watch the TV if I wanted to.
Oh, my parents have Bell.
Oh yeah, then I think you can probably download if they have the Fibe thing. Then yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. No, no, yeah, because they switched it all in our area. That's why your parents got it, my parents got it, or maybe your parents had it first, but we had to switch over to Bell because like they got rid of.
Oh, so
Um,
then just
yeah.
see if you can download the Fibe TV app
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
or log in that way. Yeah.
Oh
Even
yeah.
probably yeah, you probably can work on the computer too. Yeah.
All right, good pro tip. I'll check that out. Cause like, yeah, it's really fascinating to see like what's happening in the world like outside of podcasts. Because I get most of my news from like podcasts, social media, and stuff. But when you see it like on the news, you're like, oh no, the world is actually moving along in a weirder way than we think. You know,
Hmm.
like yeah. So one of the things that it was saying was like crop shortages due to the Strait of Hormuz now. So it's
Hmm.
not just about oil. It's like crops or like
Yeah,
what's
whatever. That's
grocery
shipping.
shortage. Or something.
Yeah, the shipping lane. Whatever goes through that shipping lane. So it doesn't have to be only oil, right? We ship a bunch of things.
Bro. And now I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Hmm.
And like now gas prices are at like $1.90.
Hmm.
I was like, ooh, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that because you have an electric car, but like just seeing it rise because it went down a little bit. Carney was like, I'm gonna help fix this, and it went down, but then it skyrocketed back up, and you're like, bro, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a very weird time. My true belief is that, like I said before, like good and evil and stuff. But like I think what we're really gonna see is a shakeout between the haves and the have-nots, like very very soon.
Hmm.
Like I feel like you're gonna hit this point where it's just like it's too much to sustain like a quality of life in one direction and the other direction. So like you kind of have to either make good choices now and like live with it going forward, or like make bad choices and then live with that going forward. And I think we're going to see a clear divide. Like, what do you think? Do you feel that too? Because it's like, think about gas prices. It's like, okay, if I have like four cars, well, that's a lot. And I'm like, okay, food prices go up and I have like a whole family to feed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So you're seeing that too. You can also see that there's going to be a weird shift between the haves and the have-nots too.
Yeah. This is who it impacts, of course. Yeah.
Okay. And do you think Harney can fix this or no?
Uh.
In Canada, I know we're in
Well, he's
Canada.
trying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's trying to do whatever he could do in his power, right? Which
Mm.
the with the gas prices to get rid of the tax, or else it probably would be in the $2 already.
Okay. Okay. Fair. 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 So even with his help, it's still dire.
It's because we're in a global economy.
Okay. So what does this mean for system? It's like, do we need a new system?
What? Well, yeah, the system would be to go away from gasoline, of course.
Right. Okay. But how many people are reliant on gasoline?
Yeah, right
Like
now.
big organizations,
Yeah.
right? So it's like that level of destabilization. Are people ready to make that jump? Because like right now, the people that own the world are like, yeah, typically like the people that own gas, like the Saudis, right? The Saudi money, right? But like maybe it'll be like tech money in the future. Like maybe there'll be a different ruling class because we definitely need to get off of fossil fuels. Like not
Hmm.
even from a climate change perspective, not even from like,
No, no,
oh
no.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
economy
mean?
perspective, of course.
Like literally an economy, like it's just too expensive, bro. Like how are you supposed to maintain these grocery prices, which is kind of funny because the whole time people were championing for climate change as a means to like fix the the gas structure, but in the end it turned out to be in the end it turned out to be commerce, which is kind of ironic. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's like, what was the fix? Well, it's just too expensive. So like, oh, we need a new solution. But it's like, no, the world's dying. Who cares about the world? I care about my prices. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's more about that. Yeah, that's the
Which is
incentive
kind of
generally.
weird. Yeah, right. And then what does that mean about human beings, bro? Because it's like, are we just motivated by like short
Selfish greed.
term?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
Hmm.
Isn't that weird though? Like to really like Like
No, I
it's
don't
gonna
think it's
sound so
weird.
neg.
I think it makes
Uh,
sense for humans.
okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. But I'm hitting this point as I get older where I'm kind of like losing faith in humanity.
Hmm.
Like I'm kind of like, it is what it is, bro. Like there's no, I really wanted to like change. Like I'm such a proponent of like changing the world and stuff. But now I'm like, the world is the world, bro. And you kind of have to like find your pockets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's you have 8 billion people, right? There, not everyone's going to agree to your
Bro.
point of view. So
Yeah.
I think that's the reality.
Yeah. All right, quick pause here because I didn't have a bathroom break with this coffee before we started the podcast. I totally forgot. All right, one second, one second.
Yeah.
Pause now. Okay, we're back. Yeah, sorry, I got too excited when you popped on. I just started talking to you. And then we just started the podcast, so I didn't think about that. All right,
Yeah.
keeping in the vein of like that whole losing faith in humanity type of thing, it's like, what about what's happening in America? I saw the what's his name, Kid Rock, uh, talking. Did you see that too? Kid Rock like talking to the army people at the Strait of Hormuz. He was like giving like an opening or something,
No, I
or
didn't see
like, all
it.
right, even okay, let's forget about that. You saw the Joe Rogan one, Triple H, Joe
Uh,
Rogan at the White House.
oh, at the White House. Yeah, the one I think I told you about last week.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you told me about. I didn't watch it until
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like recently. But then there's like Triple H, the WWE wrestler.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Okay, the guy standing next to Joe Rogan is Triple H,
Okay.
and I think WWE somehow owns UFC. It's like there's like a related thing there,
Okay.
so that makes
Maybe.
sense why they're together. And
Hmm.
also, Trump is a huge supporter of UFC. Okay,
Yeah.
so like, what is this weird mockery in front of us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like remember when Trump got into office and all the terrorists there, and then now it's like now you see the UFC fighters there, and it's just like, what's going on, bro?
Hmm.
What's your perspective on this? You think it's okay? Like whatever.
Well, everything we know about the Trump administration is corrupt. So I don't see an
And
issue. Like,
I
not
mean,
an issue. I don't see this as a surprise kind of thing.
yeah, bro. And it's just like, whoo, what are we doing, bro? What
Hmm.
are we doing out here? I can't even like pay attention to it because it's such a mockery. Like America looks like they always kind of said it like, oh, America's kind of like oh, what do you call it? It's like fake. You heard that all the time, like, oh, the liberals are fake and whatever, Obama and stuff, and like, oh, then Biden so fake, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but at least you had a veneer. It's like, you know what veneers are?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like teeth that
Hmm.
make your teeth look like if you have bad teeth, you make your teeth look nice with veneers. So like you have the veneer of like, okay, you have Biden. That's like, okay, he looks at least kind of put together. Even if people are like, oh, he's like Sleepy Joe and like whatever, he's like knocking out whatever, whatever. He's like an 80-year-old man. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But now we're not even hiding it. Like with Trump, you're just like, bro, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Like you don't even have the decency to make me believe that there's a game playing. You're just showing me that this is all a joke.
Right. Yeah.
But you see people like Patrick Bet David and like Alex Jones, like all these other people. Although Alex Jones and Trump have like an issue, but like you see all these people being like, no, but he's a man of the people. It's like, so does that mean your people are weird? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. They
do you
wanted
know what I mean,
they wanted a savior complex.
bro? And then you see like contrast to that, like you see Mark Carney, and then you see Polivier. Polivier's trying so hard to be a Trump. He's trying to be like an everyman kind of thing. But I'm like, but that's not Canadian. When I think of Canadian, I think of Carney. Like Carney, like, do you see that one video where like he took one of the beers and put it in his coat?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
They were like giving him a beer, and he's like, oh, save this for later. I'm like, that's a real person right there.
yeah. Hmm.
Like that's like a Canadian, bro. You're polite. You're like you love beer. It's open, whatever. But like Poilievre being like, we, like I have a better education than Carney, bro. Nobody can have that, bro. Like maybe some people, but like on
Hmm.
the whole, we're pretty nice. We're not overly American.
No, no,
You
no.
know.
Yeah.
But he's trying that trope, and he's like hoping it'll work. Poilievre. He's been on all the podcasts. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's Diary of a CEO. He's trying to make his rounds because he wants to come back. But it's like, didn't he lose his writing?
No, I don't think he's coming back. I think that's his way
Right, right,
to
right.
shift into something else.
Bro, exactly, exactly. But then when he's on those podcasts, they're like, you should have, like Joe Rogan, like, you should have won, bro, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, the right person won. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe, come on.
Yeah.
We have a economist. I'm sorry. Like, we
PhD.
win. PhD, right? And then Pillavy, I have a better education than Carney. Like, guy, really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's that's America. He's trying to be American,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or no, you see different. Like, that's because I hear in Calgary, it's like they're very much like him. Like, I know some people in Calgary. That's why
Maybe.
they're like, it's really weird.
I don't know about in the city though. I know outside, generally.
Yeah, like the rural areas, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just like proximity. I think if you're just around like different cultures,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You have a
Like,
different viewpoint of the world. Yeah, that's true.
you do, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I work in the nonprofit space and we're all like pro DEI, and like when I'm listening to these things, I'm like, guys, is this like a rural area issue that you're talking about? Because like that we're all like virtual and stuff, right? But like I'm like I don't see any of this in the city. Like I don't see any of this like overt racism in the
Mm-hmm.
city. It's like I just saw like an interracial couple. I'm in an interracial couple. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, it's like it's just the people in the rural area that are like, we want to separate from Canada. It's like you don't have any say, bro. You're like in farm country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's real because like you look at America, you're like, oh, there's a lot of racism though.
Yeah, it's the same thing in America. I would say. Yeah. Same way that it's in the city, it's more
Oh,
liberal. In the
oh, true, true,
countryside,
true.
it's
Yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
conservative.
Like statistically, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the hack,
You
man.
keep
We just need to
pause.
like live together.
Your video keeps
Huh?
pausing,
Oh,
or a little
damn.
glitchy right now.
How's the audio though?
Audio was fine.
All right, cool, cool. That's fine. Whatever. My Wi-Fi is off though, so
Hmm.
maybe it's you, bro. You're
Maybe. Who knows?
Rogers. Anyways, so yeah, maybe that is like the thing. Like we need to just live and interact with one another in close proximity and realize we're all just like doing the same thing, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I I just posted like because it had like a 10-year on Facebook. I love how they do this. It's like 10 years ago you went on this trip, right? And I was like, oh, it was like 10 years since we went on that 2016 trip. And like when we went on that trip, like going to see different places in rapid succession was so fascinating because like usually you go to like one place and then you come back home and you like okay, it's slow integration. Then you go to one place and you go back home, right? But we went like to 11 different countries in like 5.5 months. So it was like boom, 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 boom. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, we're just doing the same thing, bro. Like everyone, like the same stuff you buy in Thailand is the same stuff you buy in like Cambodia. You know, at those like trinket shops, they're
Yeah. Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
selling the same things.
Oh
And
yeah.
we were like,
Yeah.
who's the hustler here who's selling the same? Because they're like, oh, go to our market. And we're like, okay, cool. We'll go to the market. And we're like, oh, that's cool. And then we go to like Cambodia. They're like, go to our market. So we go to the market. Because like it's a big thing, like the bazaar is there, right? So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bazaar. And when you go to the bazaar, you're like, bro, I saw this in Thailand. I saw this in freaking Philippines, bro. Like they're all the same products,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? So it's like, who's the one running that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or we're all just like having jobs, bro. You know, like it's just like what level of infrastructure do you have? Because everyone wakes up and has a job,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? But like, is your building collapsing? Can you have running water toilets? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like if you just pluck that one person from like, I don't know, Cambodia and put them in Canada, they'd find their way, bro. They just have more access. And maybe that's it. It's just like there's pockets of the world that just have better technology than other like
Yeah. Yeah.
countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you agree? Like,
True.
even India, right? Like, think about your trips to India. You're like, oh, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Like, I don't see any, but they're different though. That's the one thing that's different. Like, I remember going to like Europe and I'm like, oh, people are kind of like rude here compared to like Asia. In Asia, everyone's like, oh my God, so nice, you know? But maybe it's because they're so poor in Asia that they're just like, oh, like I'm nice, like give me money, kind of
It
thing.
could be, yeah, it could be different things. Europe is their money value is already high, right? So they don't really, I would think, care about tourists as much.
Yeah, yeah, right. If your whole economy is based off tourism, it's like, yeah, you have to be nice. But then if your whole economy is based off of like, I don't know, selling oil or like
Sure,
selling
other
bread,
things, yeah, yeah.
who cares? Yeah, who cares about being nice to tourists? Maybe that is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Um, okay, let's transition to the main thing because I want to leave ample time for this. So, what I think now, because we were talking in the beginning, like you have this manual this like life manual that you're writing as you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what that means is like you started to pick up tricks along the way, and you're like, wait, why don't we just share these tricks with other people?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if you master kind of these tricks, then you're really avoiding that gap between rich and poor. I think so. Okay. And
Okay. Yeah.
right. Okay. And so before we get into like the tricks, because like I'm sure as I say, it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, and here's another trick, and here's another trick, right? Um, I think that like there's an easy way to play the game. We just don't know how to play the game. And with the access we have now, it's even easier to play those games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it sounds so abstract right now, but when I start explaining it, you're gonna be like, oh, that totally makes sense. Okay. First hack, either Quest Trade or Wealthsimple, bro. We talked about this last week after the podcast, but I'm like, it's the easiest thing. Remember when we were kids and it's like, how do you invest your money? It's like you
Mm-hmm.
have to go to a bank and you have to like meet with the bank advisor, and then the bank advisor is gonna take like 2%, and then he's like, here are some GICs, and then here are some like mutual funds. And you're like, I don't even know what this means, bro. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you following along? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like now it's like you just open your phone and you're like, oh, I could just like put like $20 in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no middleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that is one thing that we're just like everyone should know that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying people everyone knows this, but I'm like I really don't think like I haven't met too many people that know this little hack, which is like just open up a Wealthsimple account, like like a FHSA or TFSA, just like what is it, mutual fund kind of thing, TFSA,
You
FHSA,
mean
what are
you're
those
talking about
called?
an account? Yeah, yeah, tax-free savings account.
No, not checking account though, like not like a
No, no, I
let
said
me just
yeah,
dump my money there.
no tax-free
Yeah, yeah,
savings account. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, totally. And then once you open that up, you can like use a compound interest calculator to either like figure out how much you want to make in a certain amount of years, or if you're like, what if I just put in $50 a month? What'll that net me? You know what I mean? And we know that there are two funds that always give you like between 7 to 10%. Like historically, from like 50 years, they have 50 years of data, and it's like it's always netted 7 to 10% per year of growth, right? And that's the VFV or XEQT. So you just buy those two things and you just like slowly put your money in there, and it's like it's just gonna grow. It's like, but who knew that, or who, or who does that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, some people have figured it out, but I feel like if we just all knew that, that's one thing off of your list of like, what am I gonna do with money in the future? Or
Yeah.
what do I do with, or what does it mean to save? Because you hear people like, oh, just you got to save. Like, okay, I'm going to open a savings account and then I'm going to put all my money in there. Okay, but the savings account gives you like 1%, whereas
Mm-hmm.
this one's 7 to 10% guaranteed per year. Why not just put it in that thing and it's safe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that first tip?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they use the word guarantee, but yeah, in
No,
average,
but
seven
no,
to
but
ten
like
percent.
yeah, but you're not gonna get zero.
No,
Like
no,
you're
no,
not gonna like lose all your money.
no, no,
Like
no. It's not like
historically,
that.
it's never dropped. Even during the 2008 crisis, it's never dropped.
In
It's
the
just
which
like
year
it's just
crisis?
been 2008.
Ye-
It's never like went to zero. It's just like it's just slowly crept up
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. I know. But a lot of these ones, I think, started around that time.
via 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 and XEQT.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now, it's like The internet has provided you with the opportunity to build wealth like easily.
Hmm.
This is unprecedented, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think right now is this moment where you're going to see a huge divide between rich and poor in the future, simply because some people know this stuff and some people don't. And it's so easy, bro. You literally just open a Wealthsimple account. It's free, and just put in your money there, and then slowly invest over time.
Yeah.
Because like people, how do you invest your money? How do you invest your money? It's like you just put it in there, and you could pull it out at any time. But like you want to play the long game, so it's just like I don't know,
Yeah.
two
It's more
hundred
of a
bucks.
long game. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a long game, right? But like nobody's gonna pay for your retirement. So you need to, and this is stupid me. Like I didn't know. I was like, oh yeah, CBP should be enough. It's like CBP is like nothing, bro. You know, like if you think about like cost of living and like how it's rising, whatever, whatever. But like your future needs to be taken into your hands. So it's just like think of it like buying future freedom.
Yeah.
Whenever you pay into like this RSP
Hmm.
or like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just a simple hack. And if you're like, well, what's my $200 gonna? Because like Tara did this with someone she knows, and then they're like, well, what if I just put $200? And then like they use the compound interest calculator, and in like 30 years, you put $200 a day, a month. It's like you get like $130,000. So it's like that's already something, bro. You
Yeah.
know, like $200 a month's like nothing, you know, but like I mean, it is something. It's like, but you have to make the choice, right? Like, do I want to buy the shoes or do I want to buy future freedom?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, even a little goes a long way. And I
Hmm.
think that that's a super important hack that you can do, you know?
Hmm.
And like, and that, because you're like, okay, well, what if I put it in GIC? What if I put it in like a savings account? It's like, which is the one that's getting you the highest percentage? So it's like a GIC is like, I don't know, 2%. And then like a savings account's like 1% guaranteed. But like, if this thing is compounding at 7 to 10, why not put in the highest compounding thing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
Like compounding interest, like it gives you the highest amount of interest. So like, just put in that. Don't buy individual stocks though. That's not what this is. Like VFV is like was it like
Either
the
index
top
funds
500 companies?
or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like you're just buying like a rand because some people are like that. They're like, oh, I'm gonna invest in like this one thing, and then it tanks, and they're like, oh, you said to invest, bro. It's like, no, no, this is like a different kind of. This is like you're investing in a portfolio.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's hack number one. Anything else you want to add on top of that thing?
Yeah. No. I would agree with that. Yeah. I think that makes
Yeah.
the most sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, Hack number two that I would say is ordering gross, like doing things to cut down on your free time. Okay. So we just found this out yesterday. We were just testing it out because like every week we're so busy. Like I got jujitsu and Tara's got to work, whatever, whatever. So we're like, oh, let me see if we use the order ahead at No Frills.
Hmm.
What's that going to be like? You know? And it's like $1 service charge.
Yeah. Right.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I never tried it.
Dude, it's we were like, okay, the only thing is like if they pick the crappy things, then like you know what I mean? Like oh,
Sure.
we won't do it. But it's like a $1 service, so let's just try it one time. It's amazing, bro. They like you just literally order ahead and it saves you the money because you're like, okay, you know when you go like to the grocery store, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna add this to the cart, oh, I'm just gonna add this to the cart, and you don't even know until the end. This is like buying it on Amazon, bro, and it just shows you the top, and you're like, oh, that's too much money. I'm just gonna reduce it. All right, I want to stick within this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it allows you to like control your money
Hmm.
in that way. Like you're not overspending on stuff you just like randomly purchased in line. You know, and the great part is they give you the time, and so they were like 5 p.m. yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, it's actually packed at 4." They gave me a call. They're like, "It's actually done now, so you can come anytime." And then it's all boxed for you. And then here's the best part. So we looked at the stuff, and it's all the best pick stuff. Like one thing that's really hard to get is like raspberries because they're always kind of like moldy or crushed. I think what they do is they get it from the back. Like they get the stalk not on the floor because they have like storage in the back. I think they just like pull from the back. That's my
Um.
assumption.
Not necessarily. I don't think. I'm not sure about no frills.
Okay.
Because I've seen how they do it in like Walmart
So
or
they really do pick it up.
Loblaws. Yeah, yeah. Because I see them walking around with the baskets, and
Oh, okay, okay.
they fill up the baskets, whatever the order was, right? So I see
Okay,
them
okay,
walking around.
well,
Yeah.
okay, sure, sure, sure. So even if they don't, get it from the back. What I'm saying is like they pick the best products because I guess because they want you to like redo this service. So like these were like the best raspberries I've seen. I'm like, oh my god, these are like good. None of them are crushed. None of them are kind of moldy. You know, even the bananas were like, oh, are you gonna give us like all green bananas? But they were perfect. They were like slightly green with a little bit of yellow, so it'll last like a while. You know, and it's all it gives you like in boxes, bro. You just come up with your box and you just take the box out. Dude, that's such insane time savings.
Yeah.
That so for $1, like okay. What do you think? Like, you agree with that hack or no?
Well, I'd agree with that one. I don't mind that.
Yeah, you should try it, bro. It's shockingly good. But maybe maybe it like it's dependent per store. Like I don't know. You should do one and you see like is this worth it? But if it's like a bunch of like non-produce
Yeah,
stuff,
like I don't really
yeah.
go to. I sometimes for some items that I know that are going to be cheaper at No Frills, I go to that. But there's only a few items for that.
But
Other
you can
like I go to an
cost match.
yeah, yeah, but I go to a local grocery store which
Oh,
I like.
do they have order ahead or no?
No, it's not like a big chain.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I don't know, like, or maybe like some people have a lot of free time, but if you're like tight on time, or even the headache, you're like, oh man, I gotta go to the store. Oh man, I gotta get a cart. You know, like pick it out. You know, I just feel like you could do other things with your time. Like, I don't need to do this menial task. You know, and
I
it
don't.
sounds
I
bougie.
mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on. I guess if you're. It depends. Yeah, if you already know what you're planning to get, it's kind of quick.
No, but still, you have to drive there, walk in line, wait in the cash register. Like, it's, oh man, like let me just go and then pick it up. You know, or if you don't have a car, because I
I
see a lot
guess
of
it
people.
depends on how far the grocery store is maybe.
But like even waiting in line, you know, you have to like because you've already paid for it online, you just show up and pick it up.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, I
like
know.
fridges. You just walk in, fridge, boom, leave.
Mhm.
But so then another thing is like I see a lot of people Ubering to No Frills, buying their stuff and Ubering back home. No Frills also has a delivery service, so like, bro,
Mhm.
instead of like two Ubers, you just pay like a shipping fee.
Yeah. Right.
That seems better to me as well.
Mhm.
You ever order food ahead online as well?
Yeah.
Like like um like if you're like driving someplace and like you don't even call, you just like order it on the app.
Yeah.
Genius, bro. Like why are we not doing this? Like why are you gonna wait there? I think the whole thing is like time is valuable now, and it's like there's so many things that can help you save on time, like ordering ahead. We
Mhm.
should really take advantage of this, you know?
Right.
Anything to add about that one? Do you think that's a solid hack
I think
or
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, right? Ordering ahead. Um here's one that I find is like so like with those you know you're like oh you order ahead your food and like oh you invest in Wealth Simple. It's like it sounds so bougie. You know you're like oh it sounds so like out of reach. You know like if you didn't know about any of this, it's like yeah I invest in Wealth Simple. It's like oh he invests or like yeah I order my groceries ahead. They're like oh he, but it's like bro it's free. Like you just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. It's like it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's like it's just a hack. You
Mhm.
know that's what I don't want to like impart. Like, if you were to say it, you know, because like Tara's telling her dad, like, "Oh, we order groceries ahead," and he's like, "Oh, fancy," and, you know, like, but it's not really. It's just like a hack, bro. You know what I mean? But the perception is like
True.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this one, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds weird because it's not commonplace now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, here's one that's kind of bougie, but like I love this one because I hate cleaning. Did you know you could hire a cleaner to
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
clean your
yeah.
place? Bro, I didn't even know that. No, it's not even expensive though. Well, I mean, it depends on what you think of as expensive. Like, ours like 120, so like it's like kind of expensive, but like that's like time saving. But would you rather buy this thing? Like, I think it's financial literacy. It's like you have to think of money as like, do I buy this or do I buy this? You know, like I can give up this if I buy this instead.
Mhm. Yeah.
You agree? Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like you might not agree with the cleaner thing. Like I don't know. Do you think like a cleaner is a good hack?
I think if it's yeah, if you can afford it, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, but this really dovetails into the idea of like money management, and I
Mhm.
think this is the biggest hack of all. Aside from the investing and like all that stuff, I think it's really just like we need to create buckets of thing. Like I learned this in business school, and it's just like it just becomes like a thing that I don't know if most people know to do it. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, like it's either you stumble upon it or like I literally took this in business school. They're like, this is a personal finance course and this is how you manage your money, blah blah blah, right?
Hmm.
It's like okay, but it's like you should have buckets of things that you spend on, like
Hmm.
budgeting. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like this is how much we intend to spend for groceries. This is how much we intend to spend for like miscellaneous things, et cetera. So you just keep
Sure.
going down the
Yeah.
list,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
even right? We even have fun money. Like we have a fun money bucket because like I am notoriously a spender, you know? So
Hmm.
it's like if we have a fun money bucket, it's like okay, I don't go over the fun money,
Yeah.
right? Unless I want to carry it over to next month or
Hmm.
you know what I mean,
Hmm.
you start
Hmm.
playing around with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I think the biggest thing that is like very psychologically damaging for people in their minds is like, how do I manage this money? So you can have like let's say you make $100,000 a year, but you spend 110.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Right.
okay, so you're actually not making you're losing
Hmm.
money every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you understand like budgeting,
Hmm.
then it's like you'll never go over. You're just like, I can't buy that right now. That's it. Just can't buy that
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? I think that's like one of the biggest hacks of all. Just like outside of the investing one, it's just like just buckets, bro. You need to figure out buckets of money.
Yeah. You have to be able to understand like where you're spending or what your money is going towards, so you know how much you have in. It's breaking down like savings or what I can use or spend on something. That is,
Yeah,
of course. It sounds like this should be normal, but yeah.
bro. It sounds like it should be normal, but it's like it's just something we just don't really like do, you
Hmm.
know? So for example, so like I have a fun money bucket, right? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy these crash mats this month because we're going outdoor climbing, right? And like it didn't bother me at all to go spend a ton of money on crash mats because I'm like, okay, well, it didn't exceed my fun money bucket, so I still have this much fun money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, it takes away that psychological pressure. If I didn't have a fun money bucket, I'm like, ooh, can I really afford this? Or like, maybe I can. I mean, I could buy the more expensive one, or like,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know what I mean? It becomes more of an emotional decision than it becomes like a operational decision.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
think like money is just numbers, bro. So you have to make operational decisions, not emotional ones,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the game of life, bro. It's like with everything, it's like I really think this is it. It's like time, money, and energy, bro. So like time with like ordering ahead or like getting a cleaner, it's like you're saving time, bro. Money is like you need to operationalize it, bro. You need to be like, this is where all the money goes. This is how if I calculate far enough ahead, I can have the confidence to know how much I'll have at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people don't do that.
Hmm.
What do you say? You're saying
No,
something?
no,
Or
I don't think a lot of people do that. Yeah, in general.
bro,
Yeah.
all right. Right. Okay, the last hack is energy. So I think that one thing that we don't do, and I've been like harping on this, is like a number like let's say you get your blood test back, right? A number is like this if it exceeds this number, then we're gonna put you on meds, kind of thing, right?
Hmm.
But you shouldn't have to get there, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And I think that like a big part of like the energy piece is like obviously it's emotional energy, like you don't want to be in like a bad situation. But if we're just talking about health, like I think one of the biggest you have a good doctor, but I think one of the biggest hacks is like an ND, bro, because they see things from like a let's not get there perspective, you know? So
Sure.
like if they see a number creeping up, it's like their version of good is not the same version of good for like a standard doctor. It's like, oh well, we don't need to put you on meds now. But it's like they're in their mind, they're like, yeah, but if this number is persistent, eventually you'll need meds because it's just going to keep going up unless you intervene with like lifestyle changes,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And I think the thing about like an ND2 is like a naturopathic doctor is they're giving you like natural solutions to your problems. And what I mean by that is like if you're escalating diabetes, just stop eating sugar, bro. Like that's what they're gonna tell you. They're like just cut back on that. Like maybe we could substitute. Maybe there's like a fibrous, sugary food that you could eat that will satiate you in
Hmm.
place of that thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I don't want to have to like be on like tons of meds just to sustain a life. It's I'd rather just build a lifestyle that doesn't require medication. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I think people don't even know that that's a thing. So they're just like, all right, we're back. That's so weird that every time we start talking about something crazy, like truths about UFOs or like I'm not saying this is like really what's going on, but like it is kind of weird that every time it's like life hacks or like truths about UFOs, we have like internet connection issues, you know? It's like they don't want you to know truths. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, all right. So I the right. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. So the last
I
thing
mean,
that
that's what we try to do, as try
hold
to find
on.
connections as to why something could happen.
Yeah, but what if the connections are real? You know what I mean? What if you die and like it's like yeah, it was a video game. We kept trying to like stop you from giving the
Yeah.
hatch out. And
No, no, no. There's nothing
you're like,
wrong
oh
with
damn, all right, that's
yeah.
crazy. You know?
There's nothing wrong with being a what if.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What if? But I'm not saying it's real. I'm just like yeah, it's kind of weird that that keeps happening. But anyways,
Sure.
so yeah, so I the last thing I said before we cut out was I don't want to live a lifestyle that like require I don't want to live where I require medication and rather build a lifestyle that doesn't require medication, right?
Hmm.
And I don't think that most people know that that's even an option. Like they like Hippocrates was like let medicine be thy cure and or no food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food type of thing. And it's really just like you've heard that before? You never heard that before? Hippocrates? I thought
Probably
that was like
long,
a
maybe
common
a
thing.
long time ago, but if like probably when I was in school, but I don't recall it.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things that is like a trite statement that you hear, but it is really true. Like growing up, I thought like, oh man, everyone's gonna need meds one day, but then Tara getting into like an ND, becoming an ND, it's like, no, there's solutions, bro. High blood pressure. Remember, I was saying like a long time ago that it's like, oh man, it's so hard for me to get my blood pressure down. You
Hmm.
know, like I always have a high blood pressure, and then like through that blood test, like, oh, your cortisol levels are just like insane. You shouldn't be at this level, you know. And it's like, but that's what makes me so go 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 all the time. But it's also like contributing to my high blood pressure. So it's like, okay, so we just supplement you enough to like tone down your cortisol level, and you should be okay. Like I'm literally on like just they're not even like meds, bro. It's just like supplements, like B vitamins or something, and I can't remember what it is, but she gave me like this things, and it's like I'm already starting to feel like the difference, physiologically. So it's like okay, cool. I didn't need meds. Like it's just supplementation that you could buy over the counter, you know.
Hmm.
So it's like, where was this, bro? Or maybe it's just like the internet and like because it's virtual visits. My ND is like virtual. If
Hmm.
I had to drive to her, she lives like so far away from me.
Right.
Maybe that's the thing. It's like with the Wealth Simple and like ordering ahead and like the health stuff, it's like it's all provided through the internet,
Yeah.
right? And I
Hmm.
think that's the thing. It's like we live in this golden age of like the internet is the greatest gift or the greatest detriment to humanity. You can watch these like AI videos that steer you down the wrong path, or you listen to this podcast and like you're like, oh, these are some nice hacks, and then you start applying the hacks, or like you find your own hacks through the internet, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
That's what I truly feel.
I would say it's a net positive.
The internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And but that's the thing. Like that's why I really feel like this is the pivotal time. It's like you're either going to be left in the dust or you're going to be like in a very bad situation lifestyle wise in the future if you don't jump on the wagon now for the internet.
Hmm. I
It has
mean,
nothing to do with like
yeah, it's been
AI.
here for so many years. I don't understand how.
No, no, for sure. But it's like we're at an optimized place where you can do these. Like the internet speed is fast enough that we can do it now. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like I work from home, bro. That in itself is a hack, bro. I just like have an internet connection and I can work. You know, some people don't like it though. I like it, but
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't think
coworkers that don't
it's.
like it. So
Yeah, there's some people work differently, just a different like work style that they like.
yeah, totally, totally. But like with especially with like COVID, it showed you. that we can do these things. And like
Hmm.
everything became more like optimized. Maybe that's like a blessing in disguise. Like everyone's like, oh, COVID was so bad, but it's like COVID allowed us to like ramp up the speed with which we adopt the internet.
Yeah, you can't say like as a blanket statement, COVID was bad. There are probably good things that came out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
there's of course there's maybe some detrimental things, bad things, but it's not like even it's like when they, let's say, like the British took over India. Yeah,
Hmm.
that aspect may be bad, but what they left behind, the railroads, all these other things that we're
Yes.
using now, there's positive things to look at as well.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. And it's like we need to it's not don't look on the bright side. It's like everything is framing,
Hmm.
you know? Like you can either frame it as a negative or a positive. And it's just like if you just look for the positive, you can find the positive in this.
Hmm.
Like QR code menus now. That became a thing because of COVID.
Hmm.
There was some like unique boutique stores that did it, but now every place does it because they're like, oh, we could save on cost and instead of printing these menus, we just update the freaking PDF file.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, okay, then that's different,
Hmm.
you know? Or like, um, I mean, it does get rid of jobs because then you can like self checkout, you know? Like I found that like with COVID, like because people weren't working as much, they started to rely on like self checkouts. There was
Yeah.
like more towards like you do it yourself. Even like I used to call
Yeah,
um
but now, as you just said, your new hack of ordering the groceries ahead, that's a job that wasn't there before.
I know, but it's the internet though. Like nobody's doing that though.
No, 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 the one that's going to put it in the box.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 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 true, true. They just shifted. I see what you're saying. They just shifted the
Yeah,
job. Yeah, 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 true.
but that job didn't exist before.
Dude, what if that? I was actually thinking about this. What if everyone starts adopting ordering ahead, and then there's no more like grocery stores? You just have warehouses, and you just show up and they just give you like whatever it is you ordered, like an Amazon delivery type of thing.
Yeah.
That could be crazy, bro.
Hmm.
Do you think we're in a technological future right now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, okay. Because like I saw this thing where it's like we're already in the cyberpunk future,
Hmm.
and I was like, it, because what the guy was saying is it doesn't look like the cyberpunk that we were expecting, which is like neon lights and like robots walking everywhere, but like the ideas are there, which is like technological and like simplicity. You have like people augmenting themselves, like people who like fillers and like
Hmm.
plastic surgery. That's like in the anime, they would just like augment themselves, you know?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And like, and then the divide between rich and poor is the last one that is in dystopian cyberpunk animes, which is like some people will get it and some people won't.
Hmm.
And we all have the same access. We all have phones, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We all have like internet,
Hmm.
you know? It's just either you know how to hack the system or you don't know how to hack the system or utilize, don't want to say hack, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah. Okay, what two final things related to the energy piece. I was talking about like time, energy. Um, so I didn't even know this, but your body needs a ton of protein. So
Hmm.
like to to remain okay, you know the food pyramid. How you look at it and it's like at the bottom before was like carbs.
Okay.
Do you remember the food pyramid? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I
like
remember the
carbs and then it
pyramid.
goes like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So actually at the base of that should be protein. It should be like some meat or um like veganism is not the way, bro. It's really bad for your body. Like being vegan because like your body requires a high level of protein and plant protein can get you there, but it's like you're probably not going to get there.
Without
Yeah, actually you're
supplements.
probably not even going to get there. What?
Without supplements.
Yeah, even with supplements, like because your body absorbs protein in different ways, and I've even experimented with this. Like if I use like milk protein or like vegan protein, and then I eat like meat, like I eat like a lot of like ground beef. or no, not ground beef, ground turkey. When I eat the ground turkey, I'm like, oh, I feel way better. It's because your body like absorbs the meat protein better. Okay, so like, so protein should be like the majority of your thing, and like the minimum. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying that this is a generally accepted minimum is like probably like 120 for a male, 120 grams of protein, and people are like, oh, that's achievable. I eat like a chicken breast a day. A chicken breast is like 20 grams of protein. So
Mm-hmm.
think about how many chicken breasts you need to eat to get to 120, bro. So it's like all of your meals essentially have to center around protein.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is what I do. Like all my meals are just like protein centered, you know? And the the interesting hack about that is protein centered meals are low calorie.
Yeah.
So you're eating mostly protein and low calorie. Protein is satiating, so you actually don't get hungry fast.
Mm-hmm.
If you eat like bread, pasta, your body burns that so quickly because it's carbs, and you just like use it, and you're like, oh, I'm hungry again. But if you eat like ground turkey and like sweet potato, it's like that's mostly what I eat, and it's like you won't be hungry for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, your body's gonna start losing weight, and you're naturally going to feel better, and like that cycle is going to like make other parts of your energy optimization even better, you know? And especially if you're like working out, like if you just find an activity that you like to do, like let's say you like, oh, I like tennis or something, right? But your body still has to repair and it needs protein to repair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like just by trying to hit like a 120 goal protein, like you've automatically lost weight and you're healing the body
Mm-hmm.
because you're giving it what it needs, you know? But they like fooled us into thinking like carbs was number one,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's hack. Do you have any? I guess like you don't really have direct experience with this one, but like, is there anything you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe this is wrong?
No, I wouldn't say that's wrong. You know,
Yeah.
I agree
Okay.
with
And
the
then
calorie deficit diet. Yeah.
if that's it, that's all it is, bro. But
Yeah.
you know how hard it is, like to eat, not like hard it is to eat at home and focus on protein and get like 3,000 calories in. No, I'm saying 3,000 calories is too much, but what I'm saying is like, but you can get like 1,000 calories from like a takeout meal.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right.
So it's
Right.
like, so it's like, bro, it's like one takeout meal or like your entire day's worth of food,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because like literally, like 157 grams of ground turkey. So what I do is like a weight scale. So like you have a weight scale and then you just like weigh the amount of meat. So
Yeah.
I know how
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
food tracker, right? So like 120 grams of turkey, ground turkey. It's a lot, bro. It's like this much. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a ton of food, right? That's like 127 calories, bro. So like, what are we doing? I'm like so full, and I'm like, dude, that's like no calories at all. And then you're full for longer. It's like, how am I supposed to hit my 2,000?
Right.
You know, like you won't. You
Yeah.
won't.
You
So
will.
you're just like,
Yeah.
but you see what I mean? It's like that's what I meant when I was saying like just eat at home. It's like eat at home, yes, but also like eat the right thing at home. And it's like it's just so easy, bro. Like how are you gonna get there?
Mm-hmm.
How many plates of turkey are you really gonna eat to hit your 2,000
Yeah.
calorie freaking?
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's just you're like, why am I losing weight? It's like because it's just that's how we were meant to like eat. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. The last thing, and this is like the one that gets the hardest like acceptance for, is sleep. I think that like 7 to 8 hours is like they say it's like the most optimal, and it definitely is because like let's say you do something active, right? Your body, the only time your body heals, like repairs muscles, is sleep.
Yeah.
Truly, the only time,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So because it releases like growth hormone or something like that. So like, okay, you've given it the protein, but if you don't give it enough sleep, it's not going to heal. And
Right.
then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm sore the next day. Why am I sore? And like, why am I not healing? Whatever. And then you're gonna be deterred from like wanting to do more active things. But it's like, bro, you're not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you have an injury, bro, like the only time that injury is gonna heal if you just rest, sleep, bro,
Yeah.
because your body goes into like
Repair mode.
healing mode, repair
Yeah.
mode, like full repair mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then people are like, oh, I napped during the day. But it's like, no, you're like breaking up the chunks. Like it needs that full stretch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like you're working on a project and it's like oh, I stopped working on the project. And then you go back on the project, you're like, wait, where was I on the project? You know, you need to give it a straight amount of like working time,
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
right? Okay, so what do you think about the sleep thing? Because I hear so many people just like, no, I can function off like 5 hours sleep. My body was made for four, and I'm like, dude, it's really not. That's just
No,
myth. That's psychological.
no, I wouldn't say I would. I would disagree with that in the sense like, did you test that to actually see if that's true? You know what I mean?
Wait,
I'm
which one?
sure.
Me 7 8
No,
or
no, no,
five?
no, no. I'm saying the 4 hours or 5 hours.
Yeah,
Like they're saying an average of 7 to 8 hours of sleep, right? So it's gonna
it's
fluctuate
optimal.
some people, right? Like of course, but you have to like you did you you're just going off of certain feelings on that. You're not really like you didn't
Yeah,
study it or not study it, like test it to see if that's
it's like
actually true for
anecdotal.
your own body. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's anecdotal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and because we are so disconnected from our mind and our body that you can just drink coffee and you're like, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine on 5 hours of sleep. It's like, yeah, your brain's awake, but your body's not healing, bro. You know? Like there's so many people with like chronic pain that you're like, dude, if you really, if you just rested and just like ate, because like the thing about the protein too, right? Like if you eat a lot of carbs, it increases inflammation. Inflammation makes it harder for your body to heal itself, right? So if you're just like eating protein, there's like zero inflammation, and then your
Hmm.
body's like, because your body has to deal with inflammation and then healing, right?
Right.
But if you reduce your inflammation, it could just focus on healing,
Hmm.
you know? Because like when people are like, oh, how can you like climb and do jujitsu? One dude like this jujitsu dude that I know online, he like calls me machine all the time. He like nicknamed me machine, and it's like because when he sees my stories, like you're always just doing something, bro. And I'm like, yeah, because my the rest of my life is optimized. Like I can just do these things. Like I sleep and I eat, you know?
Yeah.
And then I get like blood work to be like, how can I optimize? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Hmm.
if you're sleeping like 3 hours a day, you're not going to be able to do
Oh no.
this. And that's
No,
why it
no.
looks like a machine, but it's not a machine, bro. It's like I've just optimized my energy, you know? Yeah. So that yeah, that is yeah, I think those things like invest money in Wealth Symbol through the VFV and XEQT, budget your money accordingly so you know you're not like afraid of like how am I going to pay this? It's like you just know where the buckets are. You're just like, oh, I spent this much on this or I can spend this much on this, you know? Free up your time by like ordering ahead, you know, getting a cleaner, stuff like that. Cuz you know, the one thing we don't get back is time.
Hmm.
So free up your time and then just like focus on your energy. Like how do I make myself like healthy, you know? The relationship piece like that's difficult. Like I don't know how to like mental energy. That's too difficult, you know, to deal with. Like I don't have any hacks for that, bro.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
that's a person to person thing. I don't know. Like we're all
Right.
different, you know.
Right.
But like I'm talking about like physically optimizing your body is like it's quite simple. Just
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
lots of protein, sleep, and then try and find an ND or a doctor who's like committed to natural solutions before giving you drugs. Because with drugs, it's like there's so many adverse side effects, you know? Like, oh, so for example, so remember my thyroid issue? Like, it's not even bad, but it's just like slightly elevated. So I was asking my ND, I'm like, would it, is it easier if I just took a medication, right? And she's like, yes, but we'd have to track your blood more frequently because we need to make sure that we give you the right dose. And I was like, oh, I don't like needles. So they're like, okay, let's just teach your body how to fix this problem, which is like longer, but your body can reverse the
Hmm.
issue. I was like, oh, am I gonna have to be on these protocols forever? She's like, no. Once your body relearns how to do this thing properly, we just leave it alone. The body's smarter than you think.
Hmm.
We just give it crutches and we think it's not smart, but it's like this issue can fix itself, bro. You know?
Right.
She didn't call me bro, but you know,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Any I don't know anything else to add with that. Any? Do you have any other like hacks or tips that you're like, oh, this is actually a pretty good one?
No, these are the general. I feel like these are like the most general things to inform people about. Yeah.
You won't even believe the podcast episode that I was thinking of calling this is called. commonly uncommon pro tips. Because it's so freaking everything you said, like, general. Like, yeah, of course, bro.
Yeah.
But I feel like nobody, like, said it,
Yeah, I don't think
you
people
know?
are saying it or no, I agree with that. Or like saying it all in one. I feel like there's people that
Yeah.
focus on pockets of one thing, just talking about
Yes.
investing, or just talking about health, or just talking about other different things, but just sticking to one topic.
Yes. Yes. But in this, because, like, now we're almost 40, bro. It's crazy. Like, time's creeping up, you know? So it's like as we get older, it's like we're starting to collect the tricks. And then
Hmm.
you're like, oh, these
Hmm.
are just, here are the tricks, bro. And
Yeah.
then just once you've done this, you're good, you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
And these are just the tricks that, like you said, it's like you go down one rabbit hole of like, oh, how does investing work? Oh, how does health work? Oh, how does money management work? And then you just put it all together. But at the end of the day, it's like it's just time, money, energy. Like
Hmm. Yeah.
that's all we really have, you know? Like your job, like jobs come and go, bro. Like that's not your job. Like that's not who you are, you know?
Yeah.
When you retire, like, are you still that thing? No. But
Right.
when you retire, you have time, money, energy.
Hmm.
You'll always just only have time, money, or energy, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to end off in a negative note, but I think it needs to be said. I think if you really look at the progression of how society's going, it's pushing us away from these things. And that's why I said that there's going to be a huge divide between people that are like struggling and people who are not. Because the people that are not know about this time, money, energy trick. And the people that are struggling didn't realize that the time, money, energy trick is the key.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
think about like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
like, even like, I don't know, like people being like our parents' generation, you know, just like buy a $1 million house. I'm like, that's out of my budget. It doesn't matter. Just buy it. It's like you could buy a $1 million house. Like they're not even thinking about the 1 million. They're thinking about the house, right? You know what I mean? And it's like, or like you need to have like 6 kids. It's like, okay, but how much is that going to cost me, bro?
Hmm. Hmm.
In terms of like time, money, and energy.
Right. Yeah.
Like all like that's what I mean, right? Like the way that we were living before, like our parents' generation, is a completely different time than now.
Hmm.
And they didn't realize that there was a switch. And that's why I said like we're in a new that's why I asked you about the cyberpunk era. Or like are we in a different era? And it's like, yeah, we are, bro. Because like the way that they're trying to guide us is not the way that we can be guided into the future. We need to figure out our own path forward
Right.
because we're in the cyberpunk era, bro.
Hmm.
Right? Like they
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
about like investing like on your phone. They're like, you could put money. Like even still, they're like, your money's all on your phone. No, that's not safe. It's like, no, no. It's like the phone is conduit to like it's an actual bank though. Like, but it's
Sure.
like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
your online banking is you still have a TD, but it's like, you know, they're
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
I need to go to the teller and I need to speak to the teller. I'm like, but you could just shift the money yourself.
No, but I understand from their perspective. It's that's what they were comfortable with and what they know that they can trust, right? But I
Exactly.
don't see anything wrong for them to continue with that. Like that's their thing, right?
No.
Right.
Right.
But for
Right. Right.
today's generation, I think you need to be involved in what's going on now.
Right. 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 And but that's why I said it's like you hit a point where you're just like you kind of just gotta. I don't want to say it like so negatively, but it's like that's humanity, bro. Like I've kind of lost faith in it. It's like I can tell you this thing, but like you know what? You're comfortable with that. Just keep doing that. You're gonna die soon. No offense, but like you know what I mean. It's like, but that's true, right? Like if we lived, I saw this thing right before coming on where it's like death is so important for society to evolve. Because if nobody died, we'd all be doing the same thing
Hmm.
that we've been doing. We need the old generation to leave, and then the new generation changes things. You know, like
Yeah.
if Hitler didn't die, bro, we'd be still like, what do we do with this guy?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like the Dark Ages, or like friggin' the Roman Empire. You're like, what? You know, you guys need to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, any final things?
Change is a good thing.
So it totally is. And okay, will we say that? I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm truly not afraid of dying. Like
Hmm.
I just see it as like a next thing.
Right.
Like death to me is not freaky.
Hmm.
So much so that Tara was like, "That's a little weird that you don't think death is that like. Are you psychotic?" No, but like jokingly, you know. But like, I just don't see it as a problem. But you know who also didn't see it as a problem? Freaking indigenous people. They're like, "That's a circle of life, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
It
You know.
depends on your perspective on what that means. I don't think that even for people who are religious should not be afraid of death, in
Yo,
my
you're going
opinion.
to see Jesus, bro. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what you wanted? You know what I mean? Like,
True.
I mean, what happened? Like, yeah, okay.
Mm.
So why are you afraid? But like, but in a more serious way, it's like, it's like, it's just what happens. It's like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're truly committed to playing the game of life, you have to know that we all end the same.
Hmm.
The middle part's different, but we start and end all the same. We're
Yeah.
born and we die. It's like what you do in the middle is totally up to you.
Hmm.
But like, we don't think about that. Most people think they're gonna live forever. You know,
Yeah.
I was the opposite. I thought I was gonna die early, but now I'm realizing, oh, dude, life is long, so we need to collect these tricks because like life is long, bro. You know,
Right.
like even at like, you know, we're pushing 40, and it's like, dude, that's not even like we still have a long way to go.
Still
Like,
have a long way to
let's say
go.
we die at 95, like, whoo, bro, life is long.
Hmm.
You know, and we thought like, you know what I mean? Like we thought as kids, like that we thought as kids that that was that moment that was going to stay forever.
Mm.
Okay, wait. Final hack, realizing life is long. Because remember as kids, we were like, I don't care, bro. I don't care about studying, bro. Oh, I don't care about saving. I don't, you know? But it's like that is a very small moment. Like let's say you live to 95, okay? What, you spent 18 years? So 18 divided by 95, bro. That's a tiny portion of your entire life.
Hmm.
But that how you start is going to affect going forward.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a point, I truly believe that there's a point where you cannot go back. Not from like a, not from a change perspective, because there's like anybody can change. I believe anybody can change anytime too. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's a point where it's too reckless to go back.
Hmm.
So like imagine you're like, I don't know, 50, you have these kids, and then you're like, dude, I wasted my life. Yo, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna become the artist I always thought I would be. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You're gonna ruin so many people's lives, bro. Like, what is the kid gonna do? You
Hmm.
know? Like, I think there's a point where you just gotta be like, I gotta bite the bullet, finish off strong. What do you
Right.
think? Or are you like, no, anybody can change at any moment. It's like, ooh, seems a little reckless.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. No. There's gonna be a lot of. You're gonna be leaving a lot of people hurt when you do that. If you, of
Bro,
course. Yeah. But I'm not saying that you can't change. But
I'm not. No,
yeah.
agreed. Agreed.
Exactly.
Not that you can't change. We're just like it's a little reckless at that point.
Mm.
You know, like I'm going to sell all my cars, and I'm going to become a ayahuasca retreat person in the jungle. What about our mortgage and 3 kids? I don't care, bro. I've totally detached from society. Ooh, you should have detached earlier, bro, because now you're in it. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And at that point, we came and cheer you on. We're like, oh, you're just kind of a dick, bro. Like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
can't support that person. Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah. So, yeah, we won't be doing the podcast for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You're heading out, yeah,
Yeah.
going to, was it?
Well, landing in the United States and then.
Oh my God, you're supporting the devil. Look at that. No, just kidding. But yeah, yeah, it should be cool. I do want to hear about it. I don't know if you're comfortable saying this. Like you're, all right.
Cruise.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I'm actually curious. That's one of the things I think. Like getting older too is like realizing you gotta stop making things difficult. You know, like I mentioned the
Mm-hmm.
2016 backpacking trip, bro. I'd never do that now. Like that was a time.
Right. Right.
We're not trying to backpack anymore. We're doing cruises and we're doing like we're doing like comfortable stuff now.
Sure. Yeah.
Would you do like some sort of I would do it for work if you guys are like, hey, let's like film this documentary in the jungle. I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. But like I wouldn't do it
Like if I'm getting
Like for a
paid to do
win.
it, sure. But if I'm doing it by myself, probably
Yeah, you're like,
not.
hey, you want to try this? Like, no, I don't anymore, bro. It's not fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it, that doesn't sound fun. Like backpacking anymore.
no.
I'd rather just like set up tours in different places and just
Hmm.
like fly to the tour. Is that a sign that we're just getting old, bro? You know,
But I think I've
so we
always
just
liked
settle
tours
down.
though. But it's just a ways for me to learn about something, someplace.
True, that's fair. Oh, I guess so. You never were into roughing it, eh?
Not, not really. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not appealing, right?
No.
It was tough. It was a tough one. It was adventurous, like it's cool, but it's just like I think I just had the itch. I was like, what is that like? So like I really
Sure.
want to do it, but
Yeah.
like after doing it, I'm like, it's not for everyone.
Mm.
Like waiting at a bus terminal with your backpack and like your laptops in your backpack, and then it's like heavy, and then you're like, oh damn, this is the wrong terminal, and then you gotta walk to the next one, and like that's not fun.
Well, I don't mind watching the YouTube videos about it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like itchy boots. You're like, that's cool, bro. Like,
yeah, Itchy Boots,
itchy boots is cool.
Hugh Abroad, another one that I like now. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, would you want to like be out here motorbiking for like 20 hours a day? Like, no, bro.
No, that's not my itch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Any final things?
No, it will be interesting. We'll see what happens
Yeah,
next week.
I'm really curious though. Wait,
Mm.
next week? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm leaving next week. That's when it starts.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm very curious about that. Yeah. Um. Wait, did you see the? Sorry, sorry, sorry. I just remembered this. Did you see the NASA people with Trump?
Yeah, the NASA people were also here at the. There's a Miami Grand Prix going on this weekend, so they were there
Oh,
too.
that's cool. But did they look like? Do you see like the memes going around where they're just like, oh,
Yeah, I saw the meme. Yeah,
what was that taken out of context or?
I have no idea. I never watched the video.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Because I'm wondering, like,
I do think that they don't agree with his point of view. So
right, and but that's why I'm like going back to the whole idea of like, is America just like some joke now? Like, there's an open joke. Even the NASA scientists are making faces like, ooh, that's not good. Oh, the
mhm.
astronauts, not scientists.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, they're it's just their job that has to be. They have to be there. So they're just
Yeah,
doing their
totally.
job. That's it.
Yeah, true, true, true. Ah, oh well. Hopefully you have a great time on the cruise and nothing crazy happens in when you land in America. I hope you do not run into ice. Um, and
Very
yeah,
likely
border
not.
control smooth.
It's a Republican
Oh,
state.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they're only putting ice in liberal states?
Democratic states generally. Yeah.
No. Oh my God, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. What? You're not even doing it like unanimously across the board?
No, no, no.
That's
Of
just
course
like
not.
racism, bro. America's fallen so bad. Do you see the face of Trump on the passport? You can have
Uh,
like a limited edition passport with Trump's face on it or something.
he's selling it. I don't think the government necessarily, right?
I'm,
I don't know
I'm
how that
not sure.
works.
And then there was the guy from the guy that hates Trump. He spoke at the World Economic Forum. He he like trolled him by putting out his own face as like you can get my passport.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the California governor then.
Yeah, yeah, California dude. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like,
Gavin
why are you guys
Newsom.
bickering? Yeah, yeah, him. So why are you guys bickering in front of the world, bro? Like, you're just making yourselves look so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. All right. Till 2 weeks, three actually. 24th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till then. Yeah. Safe travels, Ish.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace. Bye.